This week's edition promises to be fun as usual. I'm always excited anytime it is time for Trends O'Clock because we've got to be talking about everything that have made news all around the social media everywhere around us, and that is what we do on the show. Remember, this happens every Friday, and you've got to just stay tuned and stay locked on to O.O.K Farms TV. Ladies and gentlemen, my name remains Brian Adifua. You can call me 13th Disciple because I am always there to lead you around all this gist. You call me a Poco Master. That one say he dey work like that. But ladies and gentlemen, I will be back, and when I come back, we'll be continuing with Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple after this short timeout.
Existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is the hub designed to cater for all your agricultural needs. We breathe agriculture.
Watch our join our multi-purpose farmers cooperative society. We are keen on our members' success. At O.O.K Farms, we provide the right agro insurance.
At O.O.K Farms, we render services such as contract farming, commodity burning and export, as well as sales and lease of farmlands. Our Agribusiness Academy is tailored towards equipping you through your journey in the agribusiness industry.
Our headquarters is located at Dickard House, Ring Road, Ibadan. Contact details are displayed on the screen. Agriculture, our wealth.
All right, welcome back to Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple. And like I said earlier before the timeout, I said something. I said today's edition promises to be very, very much interesting and entertaining. And I am going to be starting with something that's going to excite everybody because I myself am excited. Honestly, I must tell you that because at the particular point when the federal government decides to consider the comfortability and the livelihood of the citizen, I think it is a great thing to be excited about. And what am I talking about? The federal government has just approved 5 billion naira as palliative for all the states, including the FCT. How did that happen? The federal government has approved this particular amount of money for each state, and it includes the Federal Capital Territory, that's Abuja. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State disclosed this matter at the presidential villa in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, shortly after the National Economic Council NEC meeting on Thursday, August 17th. That was when this was reviewed. And this development, sequel to the fact that the price of food and commodity in Nigeria has become really, really unbearable for many citizens and many Nigerians to the point that many businesses begin to shut down. Some people are beginning to cut down our workforce and all. So this is going to be something of great joy to everyone hearing me right now. And explaining further, Governor Zulum said that the governors have been allowed and ordered to buy bags, 100 bags of 100 bags of rice and 40,000 bags of maize and fertilizers. And this is actually something that I believe everybody will be excited about. But come to think of it, my question is this. Well, this is not the first time we are hearing about palliative being distributed, and this is not the first time we are hearing about palliative being hoarded. So now, my question to the federal government and everyone in charge of this particular thing is that is there any committee to make sure that everything goes as planned. Is it not that some people will now begin to hold this thing? On I know as they be now. After a little time now, somebody will goof and somebody will leak a video of palliatives not being distributed as usual. But I would like to say on behalf of every citizen and on behalf of the rest of Nigerians that yes, federal government, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really, 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 really do appreciate this particular gesture, and it actually makes a whole lot of sense. We must be sincere. From that story, I move on to the next one, and this is coming after the arrest of Dr. Akintoye Akindele that was arrested for fraudulent engagement. Another staff of his is out on social media with evidences that this man should not go scot-free. If you remember, lately he was arrested for mismanagement of people's funds. And in recent story, I think today or last night, another popular ex-musician in Nigeria, I'm talking about LD Don, came up on our show, on a podcast show with Steady Babyface, where he discussed the way the man actually came across him and the way the man had actually embezzled a whole lot of people's money. And he never wanted to come to social media because he felt there was no need for it. But I think at this point, things needs to be put on in place. Now, from social media, we see people. Somebody said on social media, say, why care about reputation when you can buy bikini for numerous women and enter private jets? What is the reputation? That is from someone. Another person came on social media and said one of his baby mama, or sugar baby that he knew, that she or he knew, had a birthday at a particular December. No, a Christmas party that she bought expensive and luxurious bags and hung them under the tree or on the tree at the party, and she asked anyone to pick whatever they want. So I want to send a signal of warning to everyone that you're so fond of taking people's money, hard-earned money, in this our current economic situation, and you want to embezzle it, my brother, my sister, you ain't going to go scot-free at all. So now I will move on to another interesting story that I know that many Nigerians, especially Gen Zs, yes, this story is for you, and you all will be excited one way or the other. Either you're excited or you are still excited. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Naira Mali, the Malian president. Oh, ga, 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 ga. This guy is always a source of fun. Every time I hear him in the story, there was a particular time he was mistaken for somebody else because of his surname Fashola. So he was mistaken for someone else. And instead of him flying a particular cadre of the flight, he was taken because of his name. He was taken to first class. Yes, and this time it is not about flights. It is not about flight. It is about the government's efforts through NDLEA to make sure that Nigerian youths and citizens they depart from the way that leads to destruction by living their life based on drug abuse. Now, what is the story? He is not only in the story alone, he came into the story alongside Tonto Dike and NDLEA. What is the story? In recent days, NDLEA unveiled Naira Marley as an ambassador to proclaiming dropping the attitude of abuse of drug. And Tondodike came online. I was like, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. Why did she say so? Well, she's trying to establish her opinion in the sense that in recent years, in many months, way back from inception, everyone had known Naira Mali, that is the Malian president, as someone that one way or the other promotes the use of marijuana, as seen on the social media platform in so many video content where he's seen smoking heavily without a restriction or without any form of remorse. And there's a video at the NDLEA office where he came up and said that he's using this medium to tell other Nigerians, especially his people, Malians, to desist from what do you call it? To resist from the use of drugs, and that the drug, especially marijuana, is going to lead them back to crime. Naira Marley, now Dogu you be. Well, as for me, I want to believe that everybody repents. Maybe Naira Marley is repented already and he wants to take a new leave. And for me, I felt like, oh, why is this shade coming from Tontodike? Because Tontodike, of all people, once had this kind of aura around her name that she uses drugs and all and all. But either ways, I am not here to judge anybody. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just placing my opinion on the table. So what do you think about that? Well, I will advise anyone that is addicted to drugs to please stop it. It is not good for you. It is not good for your society. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a halt right now, go on a short break, and when I return, Trends O'Clock continues with 13 Disciples. Stay there, I will be back.
The existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is the hub designed to cater for all your agricultural needs. We breathe agriculture.
Watch our join our multi-purpose farmers cooperative society. We are keen on our members' success. At O.O.K Farms, we provide the right agro insurance.
At O.O.K Farms, we render services such as contract farming, commodity burning and export, as well as sales and release of farmlands. Our Agribusiness Academy is tailored towards equipping you through your journey in the agribusiness industry.
Our headquarters is located at Dickard House, Ring Road, Ibadan. Contact details are displayed on the screen. Agriculture.
You're welcome back. It is still Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple, and I hope you've been having fun. Don't forget, I need to tell you right now that you can download the O.O.K Radio TV app on your phone and on all your gadgets and stick to us on O.O.K Farms on YouTube. Yes, I like to move on with the gist that I have here. Another story here is saying that Nigerians can be found anywhere and Nigerians are just interesting in our own way. Yes, what is the story? A Nigerian drug kingpin, Ogbagu David, aka Iwu, has been masquerading himself as Pastor Davidson, who set up his drug network after arriving in India on a 2 month business visa in the year 2013. And what did he do? He has been arrested by the Telegram State Anti-Narcotic Bureau and Film Naga Police. And what has he done? He was found in possession of ecstasy pills in August 16, 2023, while delivering them to his allies and his business partners. So what is happening right now is that he has given falsified information about himself, and they couldn't get into the bottom of the story because they feel or they felt there's something that is still hidden from them. So what they are doing right now is to make sure that the entire story can reveal his true exact true information and personality of who else is involved in this engagement. And my question is this: why is it that when most Nigerians step out of the borders or the shores of this country, the best thing they feel is good for them is to just perpetrate one evil or the other? And you know, there's this saying that says when you get to Rome, you behave like a Roman. Not too long ago, or in a few years back, we heard about the story around Hush Puppy. Well, I hope he finds a peace. I hope he survives this, because on social media you can see loads and loads of drugs and these pills that were found in his custody. Away from that, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I will be moving to Unical. Yes, I'll be going to Unica. And what is it going on in Unica, you want to ask me? Yes, around last week, or was it, yes, last week, the Faculty of Law students took to the streets of University of Calabar to protest with their placards saying we are done doing this for grades. And sequel to that, the entire management of the school have decided, okay, we think it is time for us to handle this. And what has happened is that the vice chancellor of the school, talking of Professor Florence Obi, has suspended and relieved Professor Cyril in the form of his position as dean of the Faculty of Law. Meanwhile, after that protest, he was opportuned to be interviewed by journalists, and he said he has done nothing of such. That he is a credible man in that department, and he believes in the future of Nigeria that is embedded in the students right now. So he said that that particular move must have been the act and singular decision of those people that want to destroy his name and by all means wants to pull him down. But as according to what the school management can see, and they decided, okay, fine, to put all this thing to rest, we think you should go and rest for now and wait for the final verdict and decision after investigations must have been carried out. That is that about Unical. But for me, I just have to say my own opinion on this matter. I believe if there are establishments of the fact that he perpetrated this evil truly, then he should face the wrath of the law without further delay, because we all know that justice delayed is justice denied. Away from that, I'll move on to a very, very interesting story. A very, very interesting story. And this one has got to do with being a firstborn and being a girl child. So there's this lady that shares how she practically communicated her family position that she is not supposed to be enslaved because she has become, but she became the first child of the family. And what happened was the lady narrated her story, saying that her mom got an apartment, a residential apartment, closer to a place of work, and she is now left with the responsibility of cooking for the entire household, is that our dad, our siblings, and all. So I think in the course of the story, the father will always call the mom and complain that, oh, your daughter doesn't cook for us. She doesn't cook on time. She's starving everybody at home. And the mom will pick up her phone and call the lady and say, hello, you are the first child of this family. You are the first girl. You are the firstborn. You are supposed to take your place. As at the moment I am out of the house. And the lady responded, mommy, why should I have to take your place? Take your place in what sense now? Am I the one that went to marry? You were the one that decided to marry. So I am not going to do this. And what did the lady do? What was her strategy? She decided to up the game. How did she up the game? She now could stop. She stopped finally to make sure that she cooks at home. But when starvation entered, his brother started cooking and his father too decided to start to make meals for themselves. So, ladies, how do you think about this? Or what do you feel about this? Is this okay? Well, I don't think it is okay as far as I'm concerned, because I believe the kitchen is the shrine of the women. I will say that, but I am not saying that outrightly men shouldn't cook. I do. I actually go to the market and I cook myself. But well, if that is our own option, let's see how it goes for her. Wish her best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, I move away from that to another very, very interesting story. And this is about the fact that things are happening. When I say things are happening, things are really happening. Recently, in Nigeria's Toby Amoshon, the athlete was accused of doping accused of doping violations, and investigation went on. And we are happy and very, very excited to say that she has been found not guilty of any doping violation. If you recall, in a statement that came up by the Athletics Integrity Unit, AIU, that revealed that Toby Amushon has not committed any offense whatsoever, and therefore the provisional suspension has now been lifted on her, and this means that she will have the ability to participate in the World Cup Championship bid for Budapest in Hungary. Yes, I would like to say congratulations to Toby Amushon on that, and we wish her the best of luck. And she should just come back home with all the golds and the medals that is available for her. We wish her best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going again on a short timeout. And when I am back, we'll continue with Trends O'Clock with 13 Disciples. Stay tuned. I will go back shortly.
Survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is the hub designed to cater for all your agricultural needs. We breathe agriculture.
Watch our join our multi-purpose farmers cooperative society. We are keen on our members' success. At O.O.K Farms, we provide the right agro insurance.
At O.O.K Farms, we render services such as contract farming, commodity burning and export, as well as sales arrangements of farmlands. Agribusiness Academy is tailored towards equipping you through your journey in the agribusiness industry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, fans. Welcome back, viewers. Yes, I would quickly like to wrap up right now on this edition of Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple. Yes, there's this story on social media of a guy that was talking to his dad, and he asked his dad, Daddy, what do you think about people changing their gender or transgender and all these things? And the father was like, Well, it's nothing, he has got nothing to do with anybody trying to transgender or do anything or change their gender from whatever to whatever. But one thing I am sure of, if you in any way try to change your gender from being a boy to a girl or a lady, he said on his own decision, he is going to, yes, he's going to poison himself. And that sounds so funny. And the guy had to laugh. But for me, I asked the question, what do you gain from it? I think this matter is a matter of the mind, or should I blame it on bad parenting? Because if you parent your kids well, I don't think any child will want to go from being a man to a boy to a girl, or being a girl to a man. And to round up this edition of Trends O'Clock, I'd like to tell you of a young lady that had a very, very strange experience, and which I've had before, but not with meat. This lady went to the market to buy red meat, bought red meat, and while trying to cook them, put this meat inside the pot. She noticed that a particular piece was still breathing, like was palpitating. I'm like, wow, what is this? Well, I had the experience some times ago, and mine was actually a catfish. Bought the catfish, it was cut into pieces, treated, but I noticed it was still moving in the lineup. Well, it happens, my sister. It is nothing spiritual. It's just that life decided to stay in that part of the body for a longer period of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you that this is where we draw the anchor on Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple on this edition. I'd like to appreciate everyone that has been there watching. I'd like to say a big thank you to the technical and the production department for making this a good deal and a real deal. What I would advise you to do is never to stay away from watching O.O.K. Farms TV.